Okay, I was going to make this mad educational video about supply and demand, but let's skip all that and let's just get straight to what matters. SOV, Shib Original Vision, just announced that they have burnt 79.9% of the total token supply. This is huge. This is actually even bigger than what you could imagine. Now, where is the price action from this positive market sentiment? This is the biggest news ever, right? Well, hold your horses, because there's more to consider here. So whilst the news hasn't hit everyone just yet, we have to consider supply and demand, which are key factors in what drives the economy. Supply and demand. Scarce cryptos such as Bitcoin, with only 21 million, have the ability to reach a higher price threshold because they are scarce, so they have a low supply. But that supply is meaningless unless there is also demand. Okay, now, in SOV's case, the amount of tokens burnt from the total supply were tokens that will affect the price by, I'd say, probably a lot more than what you are thinking. But it is not going to be realized instantaneously. This is because even despite positive sentiment around scarcity becoming more prevalent, the key factor here is that with market, or the open market, so the open market with tradable tokens that are available to be traded today, the total supply being burnt from things that are not yet on the open market will have little to no impact on today's price. But what they will create is a bottleneck, and which will then lead to what's called supply shock. And this supply shock is what will very likely cause SOV to bounce to the moon and beyond. So when I call a price prediction, now I am expecting SOV to go a lot higher than I ever anticipated, because the price ceiling will be a lot easier to reach with more scarcity. But the scarcity must be outpaced by demand, which I believe SOV has the ability to do. So, in the case of Bitcoin having a max supply of 21 million, if I was then to now suddenly say, well, in 500 years' time, I'm going to increase Bitcoin to a total of double the supply, being 42 million. This future supply, beyond speculation and market sentiment, is not going to affect the amount of Bitcoin tradable on today's market. So the open market is not, the ratios of buyers and sellers or supply and demand is not yet impacted. So that is where we start to see the basics. If you really want to see more detail on how you can ask for higher prices when you are selling your crypto rather than selling at market price, and you'd like to see more details about order books and volume and all of these interesting factors when it comes to trading, let me know in the comments, because these are things that I would like to cover. However, today I'm keeping it bare bones and I'm just getting what is important to SOV today. But this news is absolutely massive, because without it, we would see the supply of SOV being introduced into the open markets, and that could cause a lot of downwards or selling pressure in the future. So these things will allow for a much faster moonshot from SOV, because now it becomes much easier for SOV, the demand of SOV, to outpace the supply. So the supply and the demand, these ratios will be directly affected by today's news, and they will impact us greater in the future than they do today. Now, I hope to break down the tokenomics or the token economics, because these things can help us predict price action and exactly when these things will occur if you combine them with fundamental analysis. If you want to stay tuned for that sort of content, please let me know by subscribing and liking the video, as I've made this channel, this brand new crypto channel, just to bring you content like this and to keep it absolutely real. Thank you for watching and enjoy your day, guys. Bye.